Everyone should check out a Door County fish boil.
When you see the giant fireball, dinner is ready.
In Fish Creek, Wisconsin, the White Gull Inn keeps the fish boil tradition alive. Grab a drink from the outside bar, perhaps something local, and head toward the fire. Experienced fisherman Neil was our boil master.
Well, anyway, my name is Neil Teskey, and I'm boiling your dinner tonight. And I've been doing it at the White Gull here now I think this is my 7th year. I lost track of time sometimes. And I like doing it. The people ask me, do you like doing it? I said I wouldn't be here if I didn't like doing it. And I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy educating people about what the fishery is like, because I've been part of commercial fishing here I got on the boat. Well, I was on the boat before that, but just me and my dad when I was 12 years old. I started fishing. And I fished all during high school and all during college, whenever I could in the summertime. My dad sent me off to college because he wanted me to have a backup plan. 2 days after graduation, I was back on the boat.
That was your backup?
That was my backup plan. That was 1971 when I graduated, and I've been full-time commercial fishing ever since. Not so much in the last years because of the effects of the ecology of it, by the mussels on the fish populations. But I still got my quotas. I still have my boat. I still have a couple of commercial fishing licenses yet. My quota is pretty valuable, so we'll lose that because of our production over the years. My quota ended up to being almost 16% of the total allowable catch for this area. I could fish from Cape Point, if you know where that is, Cape Point State Park, all the way around to Green Bay at one time. But now it's different because they split the zone. They have zones here now. Not many guys fish in the lake anymore because the mussels have destroyed the lake for fishery over there. The algae grows much greater because of light penetration. Yeah. So the nets get full of trap nets get full of algae and moss and stuff.
What kind of boat?
I have a 45-foot Burger. It was built in 1945 at Burger Boat Works in Manitowoc. Our boat, and probably many of them, other ones, were built right after the war. So they were built with submarine steel because they made submarines there. There's a submarine museum in Manitowoc. But they made them out of submarine steel. That stuff is pretty hard.
Yeah. What was the biggest fish you caught?
I think I had a sturgeon one time that was close to 10 feet long.
Wow.
I couldn't get my arms around it. I didn't have one of these at that time.
Yeah.
No way to document it. But I know we had a boat that we pulled trap nets on, and if I stood on the deck, right from the rail, right down there, that far, there was the water. And we had a roller that we pulled the nets on, and that was up the road right here. And we pulled the fish up. The back fin was just coming out of the water. It was entangled in the net. We were taking them out of the water at the end of the season, and I pulled up to the net, and I said, I got a big log out there I gotta go get on. The dog on the log started doing this, flopping around. So we got it up to the roller, and then because we were pulling the nets out, there was no net for it to get tangled in again. We just unhooked it and let it go. The eyeball was as big as a pop can, and it was pretty old because it had been. They weren't prickly anymore like they were when they're younger. It was all the spines that wore right down. I don't know how much. It must have been 200 or 300 pounds. That's the biggest one I ever seen.
Yeah. So is it a mixture of different types of fish in there, or is it all the same?
No, it's all whitefish. All whitefish, and they get 4 pieces out of a fish, and they're all staked up in about 1.5 inch pieces. They cut them on a bandsaw. I didn't do that because I didn't like bandsaws. I like my fingers.
Yeah.
They were caught right on here. Yeah, my cousins, they have trap nets out here. And they bring them right here a couple times a week. They bring fresh fish here.
Are whitefish peculiar to this area?
Are they native to this area? Yes, they are. There's a place called Whitefish, Montana. The lake has whitefish in it. Lake. Lake Ponderay out in Idaho has whitefish in it, and there's a few other lakes. Any place where they have deep water and cold water, they have whitefish populate. There's whitefish in Europe, in the Baltic states, in Russia.
What's their main food?
Well, it used to be the diporeia shrimp, the little freshwater shrimp,
Okay.
quarter to half inch long.
Okay.
And they still do that, but when the zebra mussels and the flagler mussel came in, they took out so much plankton and zooplankton that the population collapsed. And that's what caused the whitefish population to go down. Actually, they disappeared. They were not. There was no food to keep them in the area.
So they're not eating gobies or anything like
Oh
that?
yeah, they are. They're eating gobies.
Okay, good. Yeah, and then
Good. Well, that's still the only thing that's saving them.
Red potatoes and salt are added to the boil. The fish boil process takes about 40 minutes, so arrive early for the show. We recommend getting reservations, especially in the warmer months.
That's for the fish.
yeah.
Next week we're gonna have 3 days and then nothing on Sunday, and then probably the following week we'll probably kick in the 4 nights a week.
When does it really start? Like
Probably right after Mother's Day. That's
when the season really
well,
starts?
okay. You know, we're getting pretty close to Memorial Day weekend and whatever, and as soon as it warms up a little bit more and the cherry blossoms come out, a lot of people around looking at blossoms.
You put salt in there then?
Salt is already in for the potatoes. Put a scoop in there already, and then when I put the fish in, I'll add more. And then next boil, it all depends. When we start boiling full boils, the first boil has the most amount of salt in it, but the second boil, I'll cut back a little bit because I have something left over in there every time. You know, I have to watch it. Something depends how much water boils out of it. And then if you have a lot of fish and potatoes in there, there's not a whole lot of water left in there anymore because the displacement of the fish and the potatoes.
So you have another basket where the potatoes are in then?
Potatoes are in
You were in
there.
the last
But they're underneath
They're
there?
in that basket with the eyes.
I was gonna have
The
to
bottom
remove
basket, that's the bottom basket.
So you have another basket in there?
The one with the eyes, the big eyes, that's a basket.
Oh,
The
okay.
fish basket's on top.
Gotcha.
When we do the fish, I'll do a batch of fish in there. There's enough in there for everybody to get their first serving, and then I put another batch of fish in there with another basket, and then I'll boil that 8-10 minutes, and then by the time everybody's been served in there, we're taking fresh hot fish in there for people to get extra pieces. So
Oh, nice. What's your favorite way to prepare whitefish?
I like it deep fried. I'm not a big fishbowl man.
The whitefish are added. With a pinch of salt.
It's going to get kind of warm over there on that side, so because the wind's going that way. Over that way, see the smoke is going that way. That's where the flame is going to go. Hopefully, it's going to go straight up. It's a flame. I don't. There's no way of knowing. So. Okay, here we go. Boil over.
Oh, soda.
Time for camera.
Like a cherry beer out there too. I wasn't sure if that was the same.
Are you ready? Boil over. Enjoy your dinner.
After the boil, make your way inside the candlelit restaurant for your meal.
The fish and potatoes are served with lemon, melted butter, garden fresh coleslaw, and homemade breads. The meal comes with homemade Door County cherry pie for dessert. Obviously, the delicious treat is made with local cherries.
The meal keeps many visitors returning and is a must-stop on their visits. The White Gull's history stretches back to 1896. Dr. Herman Welcker was a German who emigrated to Milwaukee with his wife and daughter.
After spending time in Fish Creek in Door County, he knew it was his new home. Welcker built what is today called the White Gull Inn. He originally named the building after his wife Henriette.
Welcker built cottages around the inn. He helped to build up the town by creating a dock, a farm, and even a casino. One of the properties he bought became Welcker's Point and Campground in Peninsula State Park.
Guests would summer at his resort by arriving on steamboats. He would take the guests on long hikes, swimming in the afternoon, and had entertainment at the casino. They were also fed very well with 3 hearty meals.
His family and heirs ran the resort until the 1940s. Ownership changed hands over the years. Frank Ranney ran the inn from 1953 to 1964 as the Lakewood Lodge.
Andy and Elise Redmond purchased the building in 1959 and renamed it to the White Gull Inn. They did renovations and brought the fish boil to the general public.
Jan and Andy Colson acquired the business in 1972. In 2018, their daughter and son-in-law purchased the inn. Meredith and Chris Colson Cantor continue the legacy today.
Rooms and cottages are available, so you can still enjoy a stay at the inn. During your stay, you should also check out this great Door County destination.